Hey there, it's Matt. Today we're going to show you how to check and replace your GE washer drain pump if it's leaking. It pumps the wastewater from the washer tub out of the drain. If it's damaged, you'll have water leaking on the floor. It's a very simple repair, so let's get started. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. For this job, we're going to need a towel, a 3/8" socket with a ratchet and an extension, a regular pair of pliers, a large adjustable pliers, and a spray bottle with water in it. Safety should always come first, so make sure to unplug the washer or turn off the circuit breakers to avoid electrocution. Also make sure to turn off the hot and cold water supplies and remove the drain hose. And since we'll be tilting the machine back, you want to loosen up the fill hoses with the large adjustable pliers and then finish unscrewing them by hand. You want to make sure you put a towel down so you catch any water that may come out, and also label the hoses so you remember which one's hot and which one's cold. The drain pump is located underneath the washer. In order to get to it, we have to tilt the machine back. If you want, you can put a towel across the console and lean it against the wall. We're going to use a box to support ours. Just want to carefully tilt it back. It's located here on the right-hand side of the tub. There's a seal up here where it seals into the tub, and you have the plastic body of the pump itself. If either one of those is damaged, it could cause it to leak. If you look right here, you can see the soapy water leaking out. That means ours is damaged, so we're going to change it out. To get the drain pump off, we first have to take the cover off. So we're going to use the 3/8" socket with a ratchet and an extension to remove the bolts. The lower one has the ground wire on it, so just make sure you take it off the ground wire. Once you have the bolts out, you can pull the cover down and set it aside. Now that we have the cover off, we have access to the drain pump wiring harness. There's just a locking tab here on the side. We're going to press and release it. Pull it off. Then we have to take this clip off up here. Sometimes it's in there pretty tight. So we're going to grab a pliers and pull it out. Sometimes the wire harness clip can be in there pretty tight, so if you break it taking it out, don't worry about it. The new drain pump comes with one. Then we're going to take the drain hose off, but first we're going to put a towel down to catch any water that may come out. We're just going to use a pliers to compress the clamp and move it down. And we're going to grab the hose and pull it off the drain pump fitting. If it's on there tight, you may have to turn it to break it free. Now we're going to use a 3/8" socket with the ratchet and the extension again to take out the 3 bolts that hold the drain pump on. Once you have the bolts out, we can pull down on the drain pump and wiggle a little bit to get it off the tub. And then we can pull it off the machine. Here's the old drain pump next to the new one. If you already have one of these, great. If not, you can get it at AppliancePartsPros.com. To put the new drain pump in, we're going to get this gasket and the tub wet so it's a little bit easier to slide in. Once you have it wet, we're going to line it up and push it into the tub. Once you have it seated, we're going to use the 3/8" socket with the ratchet and the extension to put in the bolts. Once you have it mounted, we're going to put the drain hose back on. Same thing with the seal. We're just going to get it wet to make it a little easier to slide on. We're just going to slide it onto the fitting and push it up so it's seated all the way. Then we can grab the pliers and move the clamp up so you get a good seal. Then we can route the wiring harness. We're just gonna clip it into the transmission here, lock it in place. And we can plug the wiring harness in. It can only go one way, so just press it on and lock it in. To put the cover on, you just have to line it up with the mounting holes. We're gonna use the ratchet with the extension and the 3/8" socket to put in the bolts. When you put the bottom one on, make sure it goes through the grounding wire. Once you have the machine put back together, we can carefully set it back up on its feet. Then we can plug the machine back in, put the fill hoses back on. You want to start them by hand and then tighten them up with some pliers. Put the drain hose back into the wall. Turn the water on and take it for a spin. Hopefully that fixed your issue. Don't forget, if you need a new drain pump, you can take your model number and search for the correct part at appliancepartspros.com. Most orders will arrive within just a few business days. Before you go, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to see more of our how-to videos. See you next time.